So this is the time of the night where many people show up. In fact, actually, I should really show this a little bit more. The amount of people that is here is pretty indicative of the sunsets in Boracay. And especially tonight, which I can understand because there hasn't been a sunset for like a week. And in fact, tonight it'll probably be pretty spectacular because of the clouds, which will be really neat. It'll probably be really orange. It is now about 4:30, I think. Gracie just got home from, she went to Calibo, whatever, for the day. And she will, she's in Cataclan right now. She's gonna take a little ferry thingy back over to here to Boracay, and then we'll probably go grab some lunch. So I just finished up some paperwork I had to print, and I'm stoked. I got some postcards that I can mail to mom, so that'll be great. And I even found a place that will actually I just give them money and then they put a stamp on it and they actually bring it over to the post office, which is cool because it's all the way over in kind of like even past the ferry, the pier, sorry. So anyway, I just wanted to show a little bit of this, which is the infamous sunset. And let me not walk on this person's back. In Boracay. It's really, really, really spectacular. It was funny, I had a buddy of mine come here too, and he's like, okay, Mr. Man of mystery and travel and that sort of thing in Southeast Asia, what should we do while we're in Boracay? I said, okay, well, first of all, you have to catch the sunset every single night or we're no longer friends. It's actually, it's neat because in truth, the majority of the time, it's different every night, and it's differently spectacular, actually. So, you know those like water wing things that the kids like blow up and they put like on their shoulders and stuff? This girl just like walked in front of me, and instead of having them on her arms, she's just like holding them in her hands, like waving them around. Like, oh, that's cool. That'll help. You'll drop those the minute you get nervous. You're floating. Anyway, so yeah, so still station 2, and then walking towards station 3 back to our condo. Here's what's been really cool, actually. So I just went to an internet cafe, which there are few of. I remember when I was down in Mexico and I had my business down there, and one of the buildings that I got, basically I used the top floor for like all the systems and everything, and then the Wi-Fi antennas and everything were on the roof. And then all of the backhaul to DSL lines actually is what fed the distribution, if you care. The reason I bring that up is anyway, so that was the top floor. The bottom floor I anticipated using for a internet cafe, and then like most gas stations, if you don't know, selling their gas basically at cost, and then they make their money, tons of money actually, on the upsell on all of the, from the C-store, from all of the candy and certainly the soda and that sort of thing. Definitely the fountain soda where you really make big cash. And so I was gonna like sell Snickers bars and water and that sort of thing for 10 times what I paid for them, and then provide students with access to the internet as they were walking home. Because what I realized as I was hanging out there is that every afternoon all these students walked by my house, and I thought, hey, what better way to provide value and then also make a little bit of money, offer these students access to the internet. That was approximately 12-13 years ago. And at that time, not everyone had a cell phone. Now, everyone has a cell phone. So, it's actually difficult to find an internet cafe, because why the hell would you go to an internet cafe when you can do everything you need to pretty much on your phone? Which, of course, is what I do as well, with the exception of printing hard copies of things. So I needed to go do that. And so color prints at this inkjet printer were 15 pesos, or approximately 30 cents. Black and white was 10 cents, 10 pesos, or 20 cents. So that worked out great. So I got the 5 pages that I needed, did some bank statement stuff, and then pictures of, sorry about that, and then pictures of Gracie and I that proved we certainly know each other for more than like half an hour. Oh, you know what? So here's another thing I wanted to share along the lines of the visa and getting her a tourist visa and that sort of thing. So we go to leave the Philippines, and we're flying out of Cebu. From Cebu, we basically cruised over to, where did we go from there? Kuala Lumpur. And then from Kuala Lumpur, we went up to Bangkok, and so forth. The point is that of course I walked through immigration in the Philippines in Cebu, and the guy like looks at me and does whatever they do, stamps my passport, bam, and I walk through, and then Gracie's behind me, and I'm thinking, okay, well, she's a Philippine citizen. She's a Filipino citizen. She should have no problem. Well, what I discovered is that it's not quite that simple to leave her own country. And of course I was indignant and I was pissed, and I'm like, why am I not getting my own way? Why isn't this happening? And then after having to fill out some paperwork to basically swear that I was taking care of her and I was her sponsor, I got down to the part where it said, and I absolutely solemnly swear that I'm not engaging in human trafficking. And I paused and I thought, wow, I really blew that, right? Because it's like they're actually trying to protect their citizens, especially pretty girls, from indignant white guys taking them away from here and doing whatever, reselling them, I suppose. So I actually really appreciated that. So amidst the fact that like something didn't happen immediately as I wanted it to, I was actually kind of grateful that they had a process in place that does. At the end of the day, the goal is, of course, to protect their own citizens. So that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I am still station 2 on the way to 3. I'm not really near. I'm about 300 meters away, 200 meters away from 3, and then I'll shoot up the path and head into our condo. So anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of this. As you can see, the whole time I'm walking, like the beach is absolutely flooded with people. And then of course what they do is all the restaurants and that sort of thing provide this beautiful opportunity to watch the sunset. It's actually really cool. I mean, if you've ever been to a place like this, Scenicville is like this, where they have, oh, actually Scenicville's awesome because they do have some of these here, but they have a lot of beanbag chairs like right on the beach. And here I'm not seeing a whole lot of that. That's more sort of actually up towards Station 1, where they have a bunch of like beanbag chairs, a bunch of like total couches on the beach, and you can like smoke shisha and hookah and watch fire dancers and watch the sunset and that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I've only seen like one, maybe 2 fire dance shows since I've been here. Big fan of those, so we're gonna have to check those out too. So anyway, as we approach sunset from the beautiful island of Boracay in the Philippines, it's Mike saying I hope you're living the dream. Because if you're not living the dream, you are doing it wrong. Ciao.